Howdy. Didn't see you there. My apologies. My name is Grant Urban, and tonight I will be hosting this episode of 60 Minutes. The topic being Assassins. I'm sure you all know what it is, but if you don't, buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride. I'll be taking you in depth on my team, the Horsemen's experience in Assassins. I'd like to start by introducing my team. Jack Clausen, Ryan Bayless, and of course myself, Grant Urban. I'd like to start by talking about the hype. The game Assassins was something we'd been looking forward to our entire lives, our entire high school lives. Nerf had been such a big part of our childhoods, we knew we could do it. And when the time came around to pick a team, we knew exactly who we were going to be with. There was no question, the Horsemen. Round one of Assassins was not good to the Horsemen. It was arguably our lowest point in the entire game. On the first day of the first week, it resulted in a complete elimination of our team with 0 kills and with a 0 survivor bonus for the entire week. We were left waiting for the round to end. How did this happen? We had received word that our targets were parked outside of a house in some neighborhood in Greenbrook, and we jumped at the chance to get some kills. We ended up all dying because our opponents had called the bigger fish to come get us. It was simple evolutionary science. We ended up dying to Gyler, McCain, and Dooley's team. Hello, we have our guest here. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, how's it going? My name is McCain Aller, aka Tank, aka Diesel. Yeah.
So McCain, can you give us your rundown of what happened that fateful night?
That fateful night. I don't think I'll ever forget that night. Let's see. So we had word. Me, Dooley, and Gyler. We were driving around.
And this was the first night of Assassins.
First night.
The first night.
First night, yeah. We were driving around. I think we were hunting Danielle Apodaca and Darla and Sabrina, I think. And we were trying to find them. And we had word that there was collusion going on at Victoria's.
You were hunting us. We were
yeah,
hunting them.
okay, yeah. Wait, what am I thinking? Yeah, that's why I'm here. So we were hunting you, and we had heard word that there was collusion at Victoria Zetterberg's house. And because Danielle Apodaca told us that because you guys were hunting them, and they were like, help us, help us. And so we're like, okay, let's move. So we just split over to where she lived. She sent us the location because we had no idea where she lived. We pulled up, and there was like 3 other teams there. And so I immediately threw it in reverse, and we went all the way around the other side of the court, the cul-de-sac or whatever. And we were thinking to ourselves, how are we going to approach this? How are we going to approach this without them seeing us? So we parked very far away, loaded our stuff up. We were hyped, ready to go, ready for the action, ready to kill. And so we cut through about 20 different front yards, jumped through bushes. Dooley even hurt his leg at one point. This is when I think he still had his boot on when he messed up his foot. And we got up to the yard right next to where you guys were.
This is the part of the story I don't like.
Yes, you might as well cover your ears. We saw you guys, all your backs turned. You were busy talking to someone else. And I'll be honest, I was shaking a little bit. I didn't want to mess this up. And I had my pump where you just pull, just like doo, 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 doo. I don't know what kind of weapons my team had, but we just jumped out of the bushes. We just went 3, 2, 1, go. Came out and just one shot, boom, 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 or boom, boom, boom. And before you guys could even really turn around, you were already gone. And that might have been one of the best nights of my life.
It was a buzz kill.
It was a buzz kill. We ran back to the car, just thought we had Assassins in the bag. Like, we thought we were gonna win it just from that one night. And yeah, it didn't happen though. It's too bad.
So were you proud of us?
I was mad, but you hate on people when they do great things. like LeBron James. Everyone hates him, but he's winning.
That's true. Nobody likes LeBron James.
Nobody likes LeBron James. But I hated you guys, but I had to respect it. You have to respect greatness. And that's all I have to say.
So, this interviewee needs no introduction, but she's going to introduce herself anyways.
I'm Mom.
So, Mrs. Clausen, what were your feelings on our team going from dead last to first place?
I was shocked. I knew they had it in them, but when they first came home that first night, Ryan, his head hung low, Grant, embarrassed, Jack, almost in tears. I didn't know if they were going to be able to pull it together as a team and really come back and win it, but they did it.
It's remarkable.
Quite.
Moving on to round two. Round two of Assassins for the Horsemen could be characterized as boring and uneventful, at least for the first 5/6. By Saturday night, we had effectively given up and thrown in the towel. It was too much waiting around for something to happen and being left outside when a garage door shuts to no chance for a kill. This, however, turned around when Jack Clausen was spared by Victoria Zetterberg leaving a party. He was ambushed by her, but Victoria took mercy on him in his weakened state. Sprawled across the concrete, Jack couldn't defend himself. Much like a wounded animal, Victoria spared his life. But Jack was no wounded animal. Jack came back and shot her in the back. This sparked a renaissance for the Horsemen. It rekindled our fire to win. And we raced to Yogurt Shack, killed Morgan, and then went to Ariel's house and killed her too. And the Horsemen were born!
I was just too nice to kill Jack, and it was a fatal mistake. We could have won it all. We could have.
But aren't you glad that because of you, you set off a chain reaction to let us win?
I mean, yeah, like I'm gonna put that on my gravestone one day, so.
Awesome. Oh wow, would you look at that? Round 3 of Assassins was an interesting beast. Jack started the week off strong with a quick and effective kill on Darla Bomber on the first day when she was on her way to work. The middle of the week, not much happened, but Ryan rounded it off strong as our anchor when he invaded the soccer team post coast and killed Jack Dooley. The official report says they traded kills, but if you talk to us, Ryan got the kill. If you ask Dooley for his incorrect opinion, he'll say that they traded kills. But it's kind of hard to argue when you're up against a jury of the entire soccer team when Dooley is the team captain. So, the first round of the finals, top 32. We were up against Sam, Nikki, and Ren Akabane. The week started off slow, very quiet week. We went out hunting every night, but we could never seem to make a kill. When the opportunity presented itself to go to Lexi Romero's house, where we knew Sam and Nikki were, we capitalized on it. 30 minutes into the hunt, we were able to catch Sam off guard as she was going into the backyard to take care of some business. We shot her behind the fence. This, however, was argued as it was our word against hers. And after realizing that we probably weren't getting anywhere, we went on for the hunt again. So we ended up killing them again, Sam and Nikki, but they fought it again. So we had to do a shootout, 4 shootouts for every kill that we claimed and that they claimed. Jack ended up winning 3 of the 4, where they realized at the third one that we didn't have to fight anymore because we had already won. Jack did it with the mag strike. So, Sam, you had a very unique experience going up against us at Lexi's house. What can you tell us about that?
You guys were hiding really well. We did not see you coming at all. There was a little bit of miscommunication as to who hit who, but I think when it comes down to it, you guys hit us first, and it was well done.
So, not that I'm saying this, but would you agree that you were completely lying?
Yeah.
After Sam and Nikki, we were down to the Sweet 16, and we knew we had something special with our team. We were up against Ashish, Jacob, and Jared Warline. It was a very weak start to the week. Not much happened. There were a few skirmishes, but nothing that actually happened. We had singled out Jared Warline as the weak link, as we knew that he had a period, which meant that he wasn't protected by the safe period during school. We caught him outside of his house on his way to school. He was unarmed and unprepared for us. It was a clean kill and we were in the money. The rest of the week, Ashish and Jacob tried to fight back, but it was nothing we couldn't handle.
Okay, I'm Ashish, Suresh.
Awesome, Ashish. So, how did you guys end up losing?
We lost to a team by 1 kill.
It was ours.
I mean, that's still speculation.
I was just asking.
That's still
I was asking, like, how did it happen?
Actually, you know what? If my brain reminds me correctly, we had a third teammate who left his house in the morning and got popped like that while he was trying to get to his car in the morning. It was poor. It was bad. It was rough. But that's what happens in this game.
Okay, we're at the Elite Eight. Chase Uwejo, James Morazano, and Drew Erickson. We made a couple attempts at Drew Erickson because it was funny, but we just couldn't get him. We couldn't nab him. Our guns were jamming. We couldn't do it. All changed when we found out that Drew and Chase were at a theater. They were watching Black Panther. We showed up. We didn't know when it ended, but we knew their cars were there. So we stayed out in the cold, dark rain, waiting for them to leave. Jack was at the front. Ryan and I were in the back, and we watched them leave the theater. Jack lured them into our kill zone. Jack went in for a kill, traded kills with James. Ryan and I came in for the kill on Chase. He ran out of ammo after dropping his clip on Jack, so he made a break for it. Nothing an all-star track runner couldn't take care of like me. I gunned him down. It was fun. I felt powerful. The final four. It's us versus Madeline Dubuque, Clark Baker, and Braden Pugh. The week started with us making an attempt on Clark when he was at Cal Strength because we knew he worked out there every day. It was Jack behind Clark's car. I was in a dumpster and Ryan was doing reconnaissance. Our plan didn't work out as planned because Clark was too smart. He got behind Jack and shot him. So while Jack was incapacitated, Clark actually thought that Jack was the only one there, but me and Ryan were in the woodwork. So while Ryan cut around the building, I chased Clark behind the building, shooting, but I couldn't hit him. But once he got behind the building, Ryan Bayless came out of the woodwork and shot him. So that put us tied, but they still had first blood, so if we let it remain being tied, we would have lost by the end of the round. So what we had to do was get another kill, and it turns out that as we were going home that day, we saw Braden's car leaving Jack's neighborhood, so we stalked him to his house. We get there the same time he gets there. He sees us, and for the life of me, I still don't know why he did it, but he made a break for his house. I don't understand why he would try to run away from me, because I'm gonna catch him. And that's what I did. I shot him as he was getting into his house, and he denied it furiously, but at the end of the day, we got the kill. So Braden, tell us about the altercation.
So I was going to check out one of your houses, I forget who.
Me.
Yeah, you. And I pulled up my house, you guys pulled up behind me. I tried to get out and run in. I ran inside. I didn't feel myself get shot. I'm fairly certain I didn't get shot. You guys claimed that you shot me, which led to a very heated argument. After that, we took it to the commissioners, who, even though I found 10 bullets outside my home, ruled that I was somehow dead because they chose not to do shootouts despite doing one only a week later. Yeah, it was kind of like, I don't know, their decision was sort of like Dred Scott. It wasn't really right at all.
The Horsemen had made it to the final round, the championships. It was us versus Isabella DeSola, Jenna Liu, and Shay Bowman. The week started off with the Horsemen getting a tip-off from Sammy Gilbert to come to her house and kill Shay as she was studying with Sean Gilbert. This was not a true thing, though. We had been set up. Ryan and I had devised a plan that if it was a setup, I would go in first and Ryan would be staggered to clean up if it was a setup. So I rushed in, I got lit up, Ryan came in and John Wicked it. He killed both Isabella and Shay Bowman. The only problem being we didn't have any video evidence of it, and it was Mrs. Gilbert filming on an iPad first generation, so you really couldn't see anything that was happening. But basically, it wasn't believed that Ryan had gotten both kills because you couldn't see it on camera. All you could see was me getting killed and Ryan getting shot as well. So we couldn't really argue with the angles, but they ended up letting us do a shootout, which Ryan clutched up when his gun jammed, and he still got it with his secondary pistol. So we ended up getting a tie. It was my life for Shay's, and Ryan Bayless and Jack Clausen were left against Jenna Liu and Isabella DeSola for the rest of the games. Everything was pretty stagnant until the third week of a tie when Jack was caught off guard playing volleyball with his friends, and he almost made a fatal mistake. Isabella declined to have an interview on this. This is what we call Bella's Big Whiff. I'll let you decide with the footage.
Just hit you!
So what it looks like is that Jack got drilled. That is not the case. I thought he was a dead man the first few times I saw the video. I watched it over 10 times and I was like, Jack is dead. But if you slow the video down to a quarter speed, you can clearly tell Jack never got hit on camera. And the killer piece of evidence was Isabella sending in a video of the bullet placement. You can count all 10 darts from her 10-strike mag strike. They are all 25 to 30 feet away from where she was standing. And there's no arguing that. If a dart hits you, it is not going anywhere. They are too light. So the commissioners ended up ruling that it was a whiff and that Jack was never shot. And that was Jack's luckiest day of his life. Now I bring you, humble listener, now I bring you, the viewer, to our final kill. Jenna Liu at the Marriott Hotel across the San Mateo Bridge. She was going to a UCLA Bruins meeting. She thought she might meet some people, learn some stuff about her new college. Little did she know, she would also wind up dead. We go into the hotel. Our guns are concealed because we're not trying to draw any attention to ourselves. We walk in. She sees us before we see her. She makes a break for it. There's a theme here of people trying to run away from us. It never goes well. She starts running and we start chasing her. We catch up to her and we get the kill. Super clear. The horseman had one assassin. She was a good sport about it. It was over. We did it. What can I say, man? We're the horsemen, bro. That ride home from that hotel was the best thing we have ever experienced. We called Goody almost immediately and we gave him all the footage and he told us to come straight away to his house. When we got there, we got the money, we got the power, we got the respect. And the rest was history. Louis, thank you for the photo shoot. That was very nice.